Darks is not really having a good time, your mag timing is delayed, then it's going to affect what the Klings can do in the game significantly.
Couple of tips back and forth as we'll get underway with game one of our series here in Group A. Thank you guys for joining us. DreamLeague Season 23 group stage kicking off now. Gaimin Gladiators already qualified to the Riyadh Masters at Esports World Cup. Whereas Quest, well, they're a little bit more of a long shot, not impossible, but they're looking for a top 2 finish, if not just winning the whole thing to guarantee themselves a slot. Definitely coming in then as the underdogs, Winter, but maybe that's the place to be in a tournament, you know, so people aren't doing too much research
at a time, Richie. One step at a time, one game at a time, you know?
That's exactly right.
Don't want to put too much
taking that
pressure
first
on the
step
players.
now. Ward thrown down by Ducalis. So I wonder if he meant to put the ward down there. Maybe he caught a glimpse earlier. But that's going to be able to scout some early rotations from the support, probably. From the Batrider, like rotating mid.
They're going to know that Ducalis already placed a ward around. They're going to... I mean, there's only one reason why the support is out here in this position early on. Place wards.
Looks like as well, Gaimin will get the better of them at the bounties. They might even be able to find a first blood here. No, Ducalis is too fast with the Astral Titan buff.
I can't wait to see how people can abuse the spirit to go through the twin gate and maybe set up some kills that way.
I think if you do that, it's so
maybe not in the lane
because
it's too difficult to do in the lane. But sometimes I think when you're holding dead lanes as support to farm and your team is fighting across the map, it can be actually useful for you to do that. I think in the laning phase it can be a little bit unreliable because it takes so long for the spirit to travel across the map to come back, and sometimes you might just
a bit of a grief in the lane. Because it's you just need this thing, you know, somewhat reliably, because you're just simply not a threat really without your
in the lane,
buff.
I think the best way to use it is if you can use it right away to set up a kill across, like the lane's pushed, and you want to just twin gate over and set up a storm. I think that would probably be the most reliable way of abusing it.
Yeah, but outside, if that misses, I mean, what's stopping the enemy lane from kind of running you down, right? I think it'll be cool. There's a lot of tech you can do on this. Could be risky, but it is a flashy way of potentially picking up a kill early. As we'll just
nothing
see noob
flashy here, you know, DK against sniper this lane.
Right. I was probably a single bracer, 1 null talisman, lots of points in Dragon's Blood, and just, you know, kind of getting your items online for noob is the goal.
How about the Doom lane? This is the lane where I mentioned that the biggest power spike they're going to get is at level 3 when you have the second point on the Scorched Earth. That's when you can kill the Klings from full to 0.
Plenty of damage. I mean, they are chopping down these trees, which does slightly make it more difficult as well for the Hoodwink to be able to catch a bushwhack, pardon me, but obviously is going to be more painful for Celery ultimately. As they are going to try and stop him from blocking the camp, but he does get the sentry down. Oh no, never mind, the camp spawned.
Yeah, unfortunate. I think he wanted to make sure he got blocked and pull his own small camp. Now the lane's gonna be a bit more difficult for them. If Hoodwink can actually just pull this camp over, this is gonna be nice for the Doom. All they need to do is just wait for Malik to get his level 3. Once he gets that, they'll have kill threat on the Klings immediately. And he also has the Hellbear, the aura, so it's gonna be some nice attack speed for them.
It did deny half of it, they didn't, and they'll get the range creep too, so that's a tough first couple of waves up here for Gaimin, but exactly what Quest were looking for here. When they pulled it, they were able to collect on the Lotus as well, down bottom. We'll see if there's any action for this first Lotus, as Tofu has his point in Firefly. 2 blood grenades down here as well. He's committing, but I don't think he had even inventory space for that Lotus, so he's in for some trouble now. A bit too speedy, at least able to escape for now, but that is not how he wanted things to play out there.
Too many items.
Yeah.
I don't think that's I've never seen that yet.
Especially for the first Lotus, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's extraordinary. He has so many small little items. He brought so many regen, clarity, tangle, self.
2 blood grenades. I mean, I know they stack, but still, now he's doing a good job of freeing up a little bit of space. He's ready for that second Lotus to spawn on in. But yeah, we saw top lane Malik get a little bit low, but of course, now that he's got the Helm of the Iron Will ready to go, this lane should get substantially easier for him. It is still, you know, a bit more dangerous whenever they can connect on that leech seed, especially, but he should be pretty healthy, honestly. Now he's got the Swiftness Aura as well. Malik's addition, the Swiftness Aura.
Yep, Celery has been like doing a really good job maintaining the creeps near towards the Racha's tower. They're going to try to pressure Malik here. He has the Lotus. And it's going to be forced to use it.
He's got that level 2 Scorched Earth. He's just too tanky, Winter.
Yeah, but that's still a lot of damage done, so he can't really be aggressive to try and pressure the Klings now. He doesn't have regen until he sends more out, and Daracho is going to be really, really happy for the next minute or so. I mean, all these small little trades are going to help him a lot because the supports are going to want to move towards the 6-minute rune later to contest the first power rune, and the more damage you deal, the more you force out the offlaner to use his regen, and the easier it's going to get for your carry when the support leaves.
It's true. Plus, a hero like Doom, who already is a snowball monster, the faster or the more early you can delay that snowball from starting to roll, I think the better game you're going to have ultimately. I mean, there's only so much you can do against someone like a Doom who just, you know, conjures up the gold, but at least slowing his XP gain is certainly going to go a long way there.
Yeah, how's Luna doing? Kind of doing okay as well. 24 and 7. ET is also giving her a lot of protection in his lane, making sure she can always farm safely in the lane. And Starkseer is also trading farm with the Luna. But the creeps are pushing towards the tower with the catapult. So they're trying to maybe pressure the Luna a little bit here. Firefly popped.
Trying to go under the tower. They did glyph as well on the dire side to help the wagon get in a couple of more auto attacks, but this might cost Tofu his life. No, he is going to be too nimble there with the Firefly active to be caught. So a little bit of tower damage, nothing too crazy. Top lane as well, you can see how aggressive they've been getting, especially since Omar. He rotates mid in order to help rotate for the runes, and he is just going to make sure Quinn does not get his hand on that double damage, or the amplified damage. Oh, and finds 2 bounties for his trouble. Not half bad.
Nice. That's what you call tax, you know? I went all the way towards your lane. I'm going to have to collect some gold.
That's fine. He's a Dragon Knight. It's not like he needs it for the bottle charges anyway. And in fact, now Omar can go straight towards the 7-minute wisdoms. But there's a rotation. Celery's going to go down bottom, but he's scouted here by this ward. So really, really good protection from PSG Quest. Still no kills in this game, but this Quest have made a lot of moves like this, where they've known what's coming and they've played it very defensively.
Yeah, and meanwhile, TAT 2000 as well, he getting a second point on the Lucent Beam. It's not often you see that, you know. Like the lane, you feel like you need it to contest or to pressure the opponent's offlaner, then you do it, but usually you only see 1 point because every point you don't get on the glaive is going to slow down your jungling later a lot.
Has he been, have you noticed, has he been Lucent Beaming like the Ion Shelled creeps as well, or is it just for the harass?
He's mostly for the harass side. Now to Ducalis.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good vacuum there to interrupt. Should be no way out for him. But some good damage here onto Celery anyway, especially with Omar rotating on through. Ducalis will draw for first blood. It goes towards Tofu, so nice little boost to his economy. We'll see now as Gaimin. They look for more. Tofu being hit with that Lucent Beam as Omar doing what he can here. They're just being walked down, and now with all of these Ion Shells, and especially that Nature's Grasp level 2 on top, things are getting difficult. Noob is now rotated down. The 3 versus 2,
he doesn't have
good
Dragon
damage
Form
there with the Breathe Fire, but he does not have Dragon Form for 30 seconds. Omar is going to go down to Ace, who's just continuing to walk menacingly towards people. No way they get Noob, right? Right? Tofu might have bitten off more than he could chew, but
he's dying to the Firefly.
Here onto Noob. He's going to go down as well, and now we finally get a pause. What? What in the world?
I did my job, guys. Time to take a break. You know, it's time for my cigarette break. You know, my mandatory cigarette break.
Little mouse bug. I didn't mean to walk you guys down like that. Oh, oops, sorry. I mean, it's incredible. We're at 8:04. They just dove him for 40 seconds continuously and got a kill every 10 seconds.
I think it was kind of already telegraphed, right, when they pushed out the previous wave and they were trying to play really aggressive, but they were able to scout out the Trian coming through the Twin Gate, but Trian immediately puts down the sentry, kills it, and he just waited there. You know, I felt like Quest should have known that the play was gonna happen, and I didn't expect them to be kind of not ready for this move. You know, the DK being quite late, and I felt like if you are coming that late, it's probably better you just don't come at all. You know, just pressure the mid tower.
the dramatic zoom for effect. Yeah, and I mean, I think it's tough as well because Ducalis, he loses his courier right before, so they know that Celery's stuck around. They know he's behind the tower. You just can't underestimate two ion shells. I was joking, oh, he's walking at them menacingly, but you know, he's got a mean glare, that ace guy. He's what? He's Danish, isn't he? I don't know. They're probably really friendly. Everyone in Europe, most people in Europe are quite friendly, but not him with ion shells on him. Literally staring daggers at you.
Yeah, look at how friendly I am with you all the time. I buy you lunch, I buy you dinner, I give you a stare, you know, when it comes to paying the bills.
That's right, yep. You go, oh, I forgot my wallet in my car. Can you get this one? And I go, uh-huh. Well, Ducalis will clear that ward down
works
bottom.
every time, you know, Richie.
Celery clears the wards mid lane. So I think Gaimin will still be looking to play around mostly this bottom side of the map. They have kind of stymied the start of Malik by enough where they're not going to be super concerned with him. Again, this is a hero that just farms anyway, but more pressure is going to start being applied now down bottom.
They probably have to just let Ducalis get whatever XP he can get. I don't think they should react towards this pressure from Gladiators.
Nope. I mean, just look at he is just melting there, committing the wall. And they are going to have a kill. Dota2 as well, rotating through. Actually collects the kill, so that'll boost his farm a bit, and that should be enough space for the creeps with a couple of right clicks from the heroes to take down this
is the
tower.
power of their lineup in the early game with the Iron Shell, the Clinks rotating in, with the with the Triumph Protector. I think it's a time where you have to just respect the fact that your opponent's stronger than you, and you have to wait out for your timings. You know, on Quest, the dagger and the DK is going to be their first crucial timing. He's probably gonna need another couple of minutes to get there, but in the meantime they have to just chill and just try to get whatever they can on the map.
Tofu's put a pretty nice ward down bottom underneath the tier 2 as well. Just want to highlight that in case it pays off later, but you can just see where Gaimin are trying to focus their resources and ensure that TA2000, as he is now, is left with basically no farm or no safe farm anyway. Yeah, he's going to be frustrated buying that sentry, not finding the ward either. But
yeah, I mean, you see the Bat Rider stealing camps, you know, that's not going to be fun for Luna. And because he had opted to go for a second point in Lucer, I mean, that's going to hurt his jungling speed a lot, you know, not having the second point in the glaives.
Right. I mean, what do you think is the point of that? Do you think at some point he feels like when he actually gets the level in Eclipse and shows up to a fight, he'll make that much more of a difference?
I mean, he'll have to try and do that. I think at this point his build has really slowing down his farm a lot, and now he's going to get
be dead bottom. Yeah, you can just get blasted. They just see him, they run at him, and this is 2 ion shells with a Firefly that's level 3. There's no chance.
I mean, the thing is, like, because he doesn't have his glaives, he can't really go anywhere else on the map to farm. He can't really jungle Ancients this early without glaives, and there's nowhere for him to go, right? So he doesn't want to be in the lane, but he has nowhere to go, and now he pays the ultimate price for playing the dead lane as a carry. You're dead. And now Quest, they're gonna look at defending their mid tier 1, but it's gonna be tough here.
Another wall of the drop. Noob being dove underneath his tier 1 tower as Gaimin continuing to apply the pressure. We haven't even talked about Quinn in minutes. He is still extremely farmed as they do drop a Doom onto Ace. That shall condemn him at the very least. Malik lives just long enough to get the experience for it, but he's going to drop shortly after. An assassinate from the low ground is going to condemn Omar and Ducalis. You think you're safe underneath your tier 2 tower? Think again. Dota2 with a double kill. He wets the fresh death, so that's 4 charges now for it, or 4 stacks of damage, I should say. They're going to steal a stack. Oh, man. I mean, Winter, I feel like this is all snowball basically from that 7-minute Celery rotation.
Yeah, precisely. And that has allowed the Gladiators to dictate the tempo of the game. They've been pressuring, like I said, with the mech on the Darkseer, and they really need this type of momentum for the Klings to be able to run around and kill people. And they're off to a really good start. Quest right now, 7k behind. And they're going to have to try to huddle down, wait for the dagger on the DK, which he just have. And they're smoking. They're going to get the sniper here.
Sharpshooter as well. Oh, insane damage. And they should easily have this kill now onto Quinn. Nice job committing, you know, a couple of ultis, but a very worthwhile kill here onto Quinn, who was not even the richest score on his team.
I can't believe that the sniper took so long to die. He's actually so tanky with the Dragonlance traits. Double Wraith Band.
Yeah, double Wraith Band, tank Cardell, as Lacoste says. And now Noob is facing the wrath. This is just enemy supports that he's dying to, by the way. It seems like he should be able to make it out. Back top lane is... Oh, actually, hold on. They're going to commit the lasso here. That's because Ace will rotate on through, so they secure the kill there. Duracho, no way. He just TPs away in front of 2 heroes. That is unlucky.
That's the classic just TP out.
Very frustrating moments there. Quest, they kind of overstay their welcome, and that probably means this tier 1 tower goes down now. But first, the pressure's onto Malik, as Gaimin Gladiators, they will follow through on this rotation top lane. If we've learned anything at all, Ducalis, it's that you are not safe underneath your towers. Tofu's barely taking damage with that level 1 living armor as well. But there is quite a big stick there on Ducalis. He's going to take some time to go down, but will eventually fall.
Man, this is going from bad to worse, and right now Ace has decided to go for a pipe. They feel like they are in such a commanding position of the game, and he thinks with the pipe, it's going to just make sure that Quest has no damage, because their main damage right now is all magic damage. The spells from the Hoodwing, the Scorch Earth.
Wow.
Without all this damage, you're not killing anyone.
He just picked up 2 Wisdom Runes. That's how much Gaimin had been playing on the opposite side of the map.
Was it, what, the 7-minute Wisdom Rune?
Well, yeah, sure wasn't the 11-minute Wisdom Rune, Winter. Yeah, it was. Okay, that's a kill. Again, committing double ultis, but Ace is going to drop there to the Doom and Earth Splitter. And then I just did want to point out, that was the second time Gaimin have stolen a stack of Ancients already. So a lot of these times, Quest, you know, they're coming back, they're getting kills, but it's at the cost of their a lot of efficiency. You know, they're basically kind of getting their camps pillaged.
Yeah, but they don't have a choice. Just too far behind, you know. They have to bring a lot of heroes to make sure they even kill a hero like Darkseer. And now I like what they're doing. They're continuing with the smoke. They're trying to hunt another hero, looking for Duracho.
This could work out for them. Still got a lot of death stack timer left. Nice blink in there from Noob. They will connect the Bushwhack as well. Put to sleep and killed off. Good night, Duracho. He is going to drop. Noob gets a pretty nice kill there. That's 1,000 gold just for that kill. To the side of PSG Quest.
1,000 gold to the coffers of the Dragon Knight. That's gonna help him get to his Manta Agonim's timing, which is gonna be very crucial for them to deal with the sniper later into the game. I think all their costs need to be rich this game. You can't just expect, oh, TA 2000, as long as you're farmed, you're gonna be able to win as the game. No, that's not gonna be enough right now. All your costs are gonna have to make sure that they scale into the late game against this sniper Darkseer lineup.
Yeah, Omar is almost, in fact, speaking of people scaling, he almost has the Maelstrom already, which is pretty nice.
They see him. He has the shot now.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's just basically making a little bit of space for the tier 1 tower to go down. And they're going to apply more pressure now onto Malik up top. They should have him easily dead to rights. The assassinates being ultimately unnecessary, but, you know, Quinn just getting involved there for the assist point. I mean, the farm, the items are coming into a hero like Darkseer, right, who is going to be going for the auras this time. This is something we were talking about before our match, Winter. Ace, he likes playing heroes like this where you have plenty of auras, where you're basically countering the enemy offlaner here, where you might have overcommitted a little bit. He does get the mech off. Quest continuing to chase here as a fight breaking out down bottom, but TA 2000 just doesn't have the damage. Ace, he simply walks it off thanks to that brand new pipe of insight that he just picked up now. Omar doing what he can here, but they're holding Noob down, and Quinn will rotate down from above to take them all down. No one surviving. Ducalis once again taken out at the tail end of this fight, and that's a team wipe across the map, basically. Gaimin Gladiators up 11k. This is quite a statement game from them.
Yeah, I felt like that was such a huge risk, for them, totally underestimating the Darkseer's tankiness there. I mean, if the Luna had ultimate, maybe I felt like that play could have worked, but because the Luna didn't skill her ulti, then I felt like that play was kind of like a little too risky for them to make, you know, and Ace just, with the Mag, the Pipe, the Seeds of Serenity, which is kind of like, in my opinion, one of the best tier 1 items, you know. It just makes him so much harder to kill. They threw everything at him, you know, but still couldn't kill him.
That's kind of what I was getting at, though, is these are like the types of heroes and the type of scenario where Ace really excels, right? Where he is this like initiate on me kind of unkillable tanky hero with all the auras for his teams, right? So you kind of get double punished in a scenario where you don't kill him because then he's giving everyone the pipe and mech aura. Soon he's going to have a Linken's Lotus, you know? Feels so hard. And then you've got like the true carry, Quinn, coming on in to just, you know, hit him with the hammer.
The CEO, you know? The boss.
And the CEO. I don't think so. When you say the CEO, that reminds me a little bit more of a particular SEA mid laner. You know, okay. One mid laner, I guess we could say.
I mean, when you're playing the sniper in the game, it doesn't matter what the other cores are playing. You know, you're gonna be really high up in the priority list when it comes to farm, when it comes to your life, you know, being important. Everybody's gonna throw themselves to save you.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, it's not like the other gaming cores are necessarily having a bad time. They're still exceeding him in terms of farm. Dyrachyo is amplifying his damage now with that fresh Crystallis. And I assume Ace is... Okay, yeah, we already saw him going for the Linken's. I mean, what's here to counter this? What's the next item coming? Hold on, Celery. Okay, he will be scouted. They might start a fight from here, although Dyrachyo is a little bit alone. He has reinforcements joining from the right side of the screen now that might be able to press PSG Quest back into their Tormentor area. I don't know if they want to keep fighting this. This seems deep. We shall see. Blink Dagger now committed on Tofu, dragging Noob further away from the help of his team. He's going to die. Well calculated there by Gaimin, who, of course, know much better than the casters.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But what's the item? I mean, where's the point where PSG Quest say, enough, we have this item, it is time to fight? Because things are getting out of control here.
It's gonna take a long time, you know. You're talking about the Manta, BKB, Kanda, and Luna. I mean, Doom kind of also needs the BKB. I mean, he's chosen not even to finish his... Did he finish his Shivas?
I don't think so. It's a 2,000 gold recipe, so...
Yeah, he didn't even finish his Shivas. He feels like the game is just too difficult, you know, they're at a spot where he needs the BKB to be able to fight, so not even gonna finish the Shivas.
Tofu almost dying to Tormentor, but he had that perfectly calculated. As somehow Quinn gets the shard. Okay, because I guess it was between him and Tofu.
I mean,
right, because the tree
Rider shard is like whatever on a support role. I mean, on the core role, probably, yeah, sure, you want it.
All right, they will be able to catch Celery here. Nice pick off.
All right.
I mean, Celery has basically been, you know, giving crumbs, essentially, to Quest, keeping them somewhat in the game, but it's not... I mean, they just need more.
They need the sandwich, you know, not just the crumbs. Lasso.
But they're the ones that will be getting sandwich as the lasso. Going to be saved by Omar for now, but the two-man back wall finds the second support, Ducalis, slowed here. However, from behind, Quinn just deletes Noob, who was trying to connect to that fight despite having already lost one of his supports. Does not work out for him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, this sniper and Clinks are just way too scary right now. I mean, if you're Quest, you need to be able to like smoke and try to find the backlines. But the issue is right now, Trian is always spoiling all the smokes, right? Because he's like running around trying to give his team information, and they're always running into Celery on the Trian. And with all the smokes, you're committing so many heroes in the movement, you're gonna need a bigger kill than just a Trian. It's not enough getting a Celery Trian alone.
Ooh. Might have been something for them, but Tofu gets the blink out in time. I agree. I mean, they're getting bad. You're down 16k. You still don't have your BKBs. Even with your BKBs, you're playing into something like a lasso, which is always going to be quite threatening. And soon enough, an Aegis. Yeah, that's true. The roots. An Aegis soon for, I presume, Dyrachyo.
I mean, I feel like at this point, at this point for Quest, it's just about defending the high ground. You have Elder Titan, you have the Luna, you have the Hoodwing and the Doom to kind of catch heroes out on the map when they're alone. I think you just have to just go back to the high ground. And right now, you're gonna have to deal with Aegis push from the Klings sometime soon. And you just have to hope for the best, you know, just try to shove out the lanes as far as you can. Cut some waves, maybe, with the DK.
Another hero stolen here. Omar is not getting dove too aggressively. Maybe Ace thought there would be more heroes there, but eventually finds the courage, to blink on in and secure that kill. He's got it easy. I mean, look, I agree with you, but I think especially when does Klinks get all these skeletons? Isn't it the talents or something? He's gonna start pushing up this high ground. I mean, just with the skellies. Now, I don't know how you clear these things either. Plus a Deso, plus a sniper physical damage. I mean, you can kill heroes with that combo like you've outlined, but how do you stop this kind of a siege? It just feels impossible now for PSG Quest. They will give it a go. Smoking on up. TA2000 still farming in the top lane. Now as the bottom barracks crumble to the skeletons of Duracho and the hot shots of Quinn.
In 23 minutes, you're one lane, one side of Rax down. That is really bad.
So
news.
they've set up behind the tier 2 tower because they're going to try and backstab from way out of the base. I kind of like this move, but Gaimin are also smoked, so they'll get some sort of heads up that this is happening as well.
Yeah, and you don't want to start the fight onto the Klings with Aegis.
Definitely
you want to go
not.
on the Sniper, the Treant, the Bat Rider.
Look at them. Look at their position. They know something's up here. Really, really strong stuff, Quest. I think they just have to TP back. They have TP'd back to try and defend the old-fashioned way, but your structures are going down in Tofu. Okay, it's going to catch an illusion. That's a small win there for Quest.
Yep, nice bait.
All right, Quest once again trying to wrap around. There's a DD in the river, but right now all their attention's being focused onto these mid-melee Brax, which has now fallen. There's TA2000 just kind of walking on in as Malik, he's trying to find the rest of them. Does get a Doom onto the Darks here, and a two-man bushwhack as well. Finds Celery and Quinn, but they've all kind of jumped separate targets, but the fight's working out, Winter. Ace, he hasn't been able to cast a single spell all fight. He's going to go down. They managed to get Duracho on his first life. The Earth Splitter doing pretty well, but now TA2000, he cannot stand his ground on the high ground here with Quinn, as he is going to be killed down, put to sleep though. That does at least allow Noob to get on top of him as the flame break pushes him forward, but it doesn't matter. Quinn, he is the true carry. He always was all along, kiddo. That's the triple kill for him. All 5 dead for Quest, and the push is just going to keep pushing on.
Yeah, Anton was just a bait, man. You think he's the carry? He's not the carry. The sniper behind, that's the true carry, peeping away. I mean, it was a pretty good initiation by Quest there. Malik finding Ace on the Darkseer, getting the early Doom, so the Darkseer didn't... He wasn't able to cast anything. No pipe, no mag, no wall, no vacuum, but they still couldn't win the fight.
That's two
if
lanes
the game was a little
down.
bit more even, I think that initiation would have probably been enough for Quest to win the fight. But unfortunately, game is hard.
It was kind of crazy because everyone got a really good initiation. Oh, that's a lot of damage there onto Tofu, but still Malik is going to be in a bad spot here, killed off as well because Gaimin, they've reinforced through the outpost.
Oh, they got him.
Quinn taken down. They managed to find the stun and the sharpshooter. He's killed, and TA2000 is the perfect place to be. You're in the glaive zone now. However, back wall combo out from Ace. He spawns his own Luna Illusion, and that is starting to bounce glaives on back to PSG Quest. They are not in a good spot. They need to get back onto the high ground. A beautiful blink forward from Celery, roots back Omar as Noob, worse for wear, is not going to be able to live. Tofu, a familiar sight here, just getting that surge up to the high ground, securing the kill, even after they've lost their 2 carries, Winter.
Yeah, you know what, Richie? The 3 of them hurt us, or hurt me, talking about, oh, the sniper is the carry, the Klings is the carry. Hey, we have feelings, We are the carry as well, we can carry the game. So the Darkseer, Treant, and the Barrier decided to just 3v5. Okay, 3v4. I mean, it was a really good vacuum wall. Gave them a bunch of illusions, especially the Luna illusions, and after that, and that was it, I
just love that. Duracho dies right after that, Celery gets healed by the mech, and then he's able to continue.
Yeah, the
fighting.
mech, the leech seed, the pipe aura, the barrier, just keeping him alive so he can cast some spells. I mean, the Bat Rider plus the Darkseid, I think, just been wrecking havoc in the team fights. You know, once your BKB on your Luna is down, you're gonna die to the magic damage. No way you survive.
Now Ace has himself that completed Lincoln Sphere. His team just did Tormentor on the other side of the map, so he's got the trail on Surge, which is,
I mean, the Doom
situationally
has the
decent.
push to break the Lincoln, so I think he'll be still able to deal with it and get the Doom. He can only Doom the Darkseid at this point.
Decent rotation on through. PSG Quest. Oh, 3 bounty runes. Let's see how patient will they be. Who's going to pick those up? No one for now in case there's a ward. Smoke breaks again onto Celery, but they have the rest of the team here as well. Ace back wall combo did not catch any of the carries this time. And the stop putting Ace to sleep. The Doom is going to be caught and killed as TA2000 cannot fight through the double BKB of Duracho and Quinn alike. PSG Quest. Oh, Omar, he's going to be cosplaying a regular forest squirrel, killed off there by the sniper of Quinn. And nobody dying on the side of Gaimin Gladiators makes this a terrible fight for PSG Quest.
Yeah, if you don't get the Doom off onto the Darkseid, it means that the Darkseid is going to keep everyone alive with the mech, the pipe, the vacuum into wall. And that's just difficult, you know, if you don't get your initiation. He blinked, I guess he blinked in and he lost vision or something and couldn't get the Doom off. But I felt like even if he got the Doom off, it would probably been a tough fight, you know, for Quest, you know, because Gaimin, they were positioned really nicely there. They were kind of maybe also anticipating that a move is coming over, so they were already grouped up together, getting ready to react.
Once again, Celery breaks the smoke. I feel like for PSG Quest, they're like, oh, it's the tree again, and they didn't realize maybe the rest of the team was ready to counter-initiate. Putting them in a painful situation now, Winter, where they have only the ranged racks to attempt to defend. Gaimin Gladiators recognizing the state of the patch that we're in, though that they don't want to be too foolish up onto the high ground, playing it nice and slow. They still have their BKBs on cooldown for 10 more seconds, and then they can go back up to secure the megas.
Just waiting for Tofu to get another pickup, but not going to be able to do that there. It's nice, nice reactions.
He's got lasso. TA2000, the skeleton army just doing too much. Eventually Malik will jump to action here. Duracho, oh, the vac wall catching 4 heroes. Quinn putting in the damage. Double kill for him already. Duracho picks up 1, but that is GG, well played. It is all. We shall see as we get underway with game number 2 here of our BO2 series. PSG Quest playing for the 1-1 draw. 6-team group stage, of course, so you only play 5 games. So starting off with a 0-2 is not really going to be the way you want to start things, of course. Gaimin, on the other hand, right? I mean, they've had a group stage exit, I believe, in Birmingham. They have not made it to a finals yet this year. So this 2-0 would be a lot more wind under their sails, especially if we are going to continue.
They're anticipating this tree chopping. They're smoking up.
Yeah, we'll see what they can find. Tofu under the tower already, and yeah, the disruption is going to see him safe and sound. Tons of damage though, but a nice move from Quest.
I mean, a little bit unfortunate that Noob wasn't able to get near enough on time, you know. If he had the plasma field for them, another extra slow for the Tofu, keep out the light, they would have had enough in the tank to kill him off.
I actually think that they probably needed them, to step a little bit further away from the tower. I think they were just too close to the tower as well. You know, just you have to let them get a couple of trees in for free.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of true as well. That's kind of true.
Did you know, on average, I think it's 0.25 more couriers die per game on Dire side than Radiant, and I think it's because of that very spot. Because it's really hard for, I think, Radiant couriers to go too much past the offlane tier 1. But I think it happens way too much on the other side. Like, just because of how far forward you stand, generally speaking, in that offlane compared to the Dire offlane.
Yeah, but I think it's a fair trade because I feel like the Dire safe lane is a little bit better than the Radiant safe lane. It's easier to block the medium camp from your opponents from pulling it. It's easy to deward it. And whereas if you're the Radiant safe lane, it's very hard, right? Because you need to place your sentry in the tree. Because they can put the sentry like out of vision. So it's very difficult for you to protect it. So I guess it's a fair trade then. One side gets the easier reward, the other side gets the easier career kill.
Ducalis, level 1 Leech Seed, doing his best here in the trees to give TA2000 a free lane top. I mean, it's kind of funny. Both offlaners, eventually when they level up, they're big bullies. They shove the waves real hard underneath the tower. But for now, you have supports doing a lot of work to try and give their carries as much free CS as possible.
Yeah, I mean, you already see Ace, getting his Atrophy Aura at level 1. So he's not really worried about not having the Firestorm. He just wants to last hit and deny because he knows that the Gyro just wants to shove the lane in with the flag. So he's going to get the wave no matter what. Just wants to be able to deny as many creeps as he can.
This can be a pretty overwhelming skill build as well. We'll see how many points he wants to dump into it. But I've even seen some Underlords take 2 or 3 points, go for a Vanguard, and then just completely be unkillable in a lane like this. Don't think we'll quite see that. But, starting to head down that path even early with this level 1 Atrophy Aura. And Leech Seed is... do you remember when the spell was even crazier? Good start, though,
yeah,
so far.
This is definitely not fun for the Underlord right now. It's taking a lot of damage from the flag and the Leech Seed. I mean, eventually the lane, I think, is going to stabilize once you get your double bracer up, you have the regen, and you can trade and just stay in the lane much better.
Mid lane.
I mean, this is the downside of having the Cotter as your support, right? The Cotter just doesn't do anything in the lane for you here.
No. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, he's got Illuminate and now Chakra Magic.
Yeah, sure. I give you mana. Okay, good luck in the lane.
Good luck. I'm going to go stack.
I've done my job.
Oh no, you died? Don't worry. I can soak the wave from really far away, boss. I've got Illuminate. Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to maybe take a look at more of how Tofu plays, especially out of the laning stage a bit later on. You can see as well there he didn't do enough damage to the range creep, so Ducalis had the easiest range creep deny in the world. So things are looking tough up here, right? Seems like he'll skip the wave.
I mean, looking at the CS, it's not exactly tough for the Ace Underlord. He's 13-6 and the Gyro is 11-2, so TA2000 is definitely not having a very, very good time. I mean, he's going to get a wave under the tower.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of going to equalize things.
He didn't block the camp in time, so Tofu has a camp to pull now if he wishes.
He's going to get the Lotus, which is fine, I think. I think if you can trade the Lotus for not blocking a camp, it can work on your favor.
Mid lane is going pretty well for Quinn. 15-3, 13-4. So just about even. It's this plasma field build, of course, so hard for Quinn to get too many denies in realistically. Oh, even though he just got one, never mind. This goes to show me the calm, cool, and collected nature.
Don't jinx it.
There it is. I mean, we had our eyes on top. I was like, too much top lane. We want to see the mids. And, well, there's the action. Ducalis, he does drop, and that's not even a Pit of Malice. That's just Firestorm and plenty of magic damage being dealt. Down bottom. Now it's forced back to Shadow Poison. Oh, yeah, taken down. Celery. He is going to pick up a kill there. Duracio fighting versus Omar, who does actually connect him. Nice job there on the Ironwood tree, because I don't think he had the range for the Acorn shot. Looking for a second kill, Blood Grenade thrown, and with the Ion Shell, Omar gets a double kill down bottom.
Nice.
Mid lane
is one of the better supports to have a start like this on, when you can transition to a core easier. And like you said, mid lane, Queen wins the duel.
That he does.
Diabolic Edict. What a fun spell.
So dangerous. Whenever you go for the water rune refill, no creeps to tank those explosions for you, and he's going to pay the price there. And things looking pretty decent for Gaimin now, at least mid and top wise. You can see where Ace, after that one kill, got a lot more space in this lane, up to 8 denies. He's hovering around 20 damage constantly on his Atrophy Aura, so that's tends to be really annoying to deal with. Mid lane is going to need a rotation from Quest, though, to try and stabilize this. And that might be troublesome for Quest to try and get the heroes away from the lane.
I mean, the supports are going to have to play a pretty crucial role. Because the Gladiator support duo, the Shadow Demon and Kotal, they are a lot more greedier. They're not as strong as the Trian and Huwing early, so I think they have to try to abuse it on Quest, and try to help the Razor win the couple of rune fights, secure the runes, and maybe use the runes to try to destabilize the side lanes after that.
See just how much pressure they're eager to throw onto Ace, who has that point in Pit of Malice. Doesn't want to die to a Rocket Barrage, so just commits that one there. Quinn did rotate home to refill on HP mana and the bottle, so he's in fighting shape here, has level 6 up against Noob, who is going to get it in the middle of this wave. But here are the rotations now coming for the power rune. Kalis up top lane. We'll see what he can snag, but he can't fight versus 2, so they're hoping for a good roll, and they'll get it. Noob will bottle up that regen.
Yeah, definitely needs it, you know, after dying towards the Lash. So I guess he's going to have a much better time right now. The Lash is going to have to play a little bit more defensive.
Oh. And I love what Tofu's done up here. He put his ward where the old Roche pit used to be. You chop down a couple of trees here, and it gives you really great vision. So if you click on that ward, he can see basically that entire ramp. He sees in the river. He sees if they're going to go stack or whatever. It's nice. I like that placement a lot. And, I mean, he can afford to leave because he just needs to come back and refill Ace's mana every now and then, because now Ace, double Bracer, 1 point in the Attribute Aura, 3 points in the Firestorm. He's just pushing these waves constantly.
Yeah, he doesn't want the support to leech his levels right now. He just wants solo XP and just wants the support to stack so he can actually get even further ahead.
Oh, nice reaction there from Diracho. He cuts the Acorn shot, and he's going to be A-okay. Now he's got Skeleton Walk, though. Just got it, I believe, as they were trying to dive for him. So Ducal is trying to make another 7-minute tree rotation down bottom, but Diracho with the reaction time to avoid death.
Yeah, Quest trying to replicate what the Gladiators did in the first game, which broke the game. Not going to be too successful here. So Omar walks back to pick up his own Wisdom Rune. He's really close to level 6 here. He's going to be so high level as a support. I think 1 or 2 more waves he's going to get there, and he's going to be able to just kill the Lash.
And the break against the Underlord's really good too, honestly, this kind of a game.
That too.
Especially in the early fights where he will be impactful. 8-minute rune. We are going to have some major sparring now. 3-on-3 fight, but Quinn couldn't get the stun out because of that Acorn shot bushwhack, and Noob avoids him, but still ends up dying first. Ducalis is going to get the killing blow onto Quinn in return, and Quest will at least be able to secure the rune, but a better exchange there.
Nice,
He cut the tree.
Reactions.
Wow.
Yeah,
all right, Gaimin.
Nice.
Nicely done.
It's getting ready. He was ready for that, you know, with the Quelling Blade.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely he was. So that's the second time we've seen that be that particular maneuver. Cool stuff. I mean, it's doable, you know, if you really focus on it, but it's still damn impressive every time one of these guys pulls it off.
It's just a 1-for-1 trade. The Razor for the Lash. I guess you're a little bit more happy with as the Razor because you got the XP. Lash, he died first, so he didn't get the XP.
Oh, did he? I thought, no, Noob died first.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the Lash died first. No, it's okay. Right. The reason I bring it up is because of the experience, like you're saying, right? Noob was already down earlier from the solo kill, so I think Quinn is still, you know, not too unhappy with that sequence of events. Big stacks taking place now. You can see with the Ion Shells and also with the Shadow Demon Shadow Poison, which is level 3 here in these. So we'll look forward to that in the fights. But Diracho, I thought he was going to invade. That'd be a little bit too crazy, probably.
I mean, salary, he got some of the stack there. It's going to give him his level 6, I think. It's very, very close to his level 6. And it's very nice for him to steal off some of the creeps there from the Darksteel.
Yeah, and TA2000 has managed to avoid too much trouble up top, so his farm is acceptable. His tier 1 tower is very healthy, and he should have a little bit more space and time to farm this game.
Both the supports on the Gladiators just got their level 6 after killing the Ops Sword, so they're ready to rumble right now. They're very, very strong with the Kotal.
They are. 10-minute rune time in here, and you can see they're going to try and force Noob away. In comes now the Underlord ulti. Yeah, perfect cast there. On top of Noob, Diracho as well, once again connecting early. So there are 5 heroes here for Gaimin Gladiators. Quest, this time they're going to bring the numbers as we hit a pause. 2 heroes dead already as TA2000 is swept off his feet there by that Illuminate and taken down. Wow, Gaimin Gladiators just always a little bit better off the start here as Tofu.
They got a kill the last game, right? And they paused, and he said it was a mouse point. And this time, they killed again. So unfortunate timing. They're winning a team fight and then the mouse breaks down.
And Ducas, okay, it's a legit pause reason, a bit of lag here for them. But this fight is already basically dead. So a bit unlucky for them, but just better timings there from Gaimin Gladiators, like you said, hitting that level 6. And it seems like they'll be able to clean up shop here, probably take down this tier 1 tower as well.
This is looking really rough already for Quest. The gyro TP'd in, dies. They didn't able to save the Razor. I mean, both of your cores are there. They're probably gonna lose, I guess, another hero. Maybe the Ducks.
Yeah, I mean, I think they probably lose the tree, right?
Yeah.
And Quinn has the illusion rune himself, so he's not going to be able to. Or sorry, he is not easily killed. Is what I mean to say. I mean, I think that's just one of the better parts about this Underlord hero is that, yeah, even though, you know, the ultimate does take a bit longer to kind of channel in, you're where you want to be immediately in the fights, right? Compared to that to Malik here early on, who obviously is just a Darkseer. He has to use the TP scroll. He shows up where the tower can put him, and then he's going to be quite limited as to where he can actually cast and how he can cast his spells. As it seems like Dyrachyo, giving chase, is going to be scouted. Bukal is trying to find some shelter here in the trees. Good damage now on Dyrachyo. There's just not any follow-up, unfortunately. So Ducalis is going to die. It seems like the tier 1 tower, for now, will be spared.
Dire's middle tower is
Yep,
under
for
attack.
now. But it's a huge price to pay, Richie, you know. 3 heroes going down to hold the tower. And they have to
Especially the gyro.
do the walk on shame on the gyro, no TP.
It's okay. He's got a Kobold to be his cupbearer at least, so he's earning a little bit of interest. But yeah, I mean, it's painful to be him right now.
Yeah, and on top of that, because you decided to go for a Razor mid, so it means that all your 3 cores are more towards scaling. You don't really have a way of initiating easily. And losing a fight like this means that you're gonna struggle, you know, a lot more. You don't really have a lot of avenue back into the game. You have to just sit and wait for your opponents to attack you, invade your jungle, and then you have to try to use your TPs to respawn or at least get ready, you know, under vision and try to get back some kills.
Dire's top tower is under
So
attack.
as the laning stage breaks down here in game 2, Quest down 7-3, 3K net worth lead starting to build, but most importantly, Gaimin Gladiators once again have found, you know, they found freedom to run around the map, to be aggressive. You've got Dyrachyo with his Deso now showing up. He's going to take down some towers early, right? You've got the levels on the supports like you've talked about, and now you've given space to Quinn, right? Who is going to be able to farm up quite nicely into his Bloodstone. I think it'll be well above the average of, I think I said 22 minutes before. Be surprised if it took this long in a game like this. Is this have they kind of resolved some of the issues with the draft you saw earlier, Winter? Remember, you were asking for a harder carrier for Gaimin Gladiators just in case. With the way that this game has started, you know, is their draft playable, basically?
The carry are the supports. They have drafted 2 very greedy supports, you know, that can scale really well into the game. So I guess they got that covered in that regard. And the mid tower, unfortunately, is going to go down this time. Not much Ducalis can do to save it here. Like Gladiators are just hitting their timings with their lineup. This Desolator on the Clinks.
This might be trouble, though. This is a pretty deep commitment. Yeah, nice bushwhack as well. Will catch him. And it just caught Tofu with the very edge of that wall, trying to block him here with his own illusion. Good effort there. Blood Grenade doesn't tag him either. The call down missile. Tofu is running for his life. And unfortunately cannot run fast enough. Quest chase him all the way up back to the high ground and will eventually be able to get that kill. That's a 3 times kill streak, though. Not bad money here for Noob's time.
Yeah, that was a pretty huge mistake there by Dyrachyo. He just got his Deso, and his team, they were kind of planning to move over towards him, but he just kind of jumped the gun a little bit too soon, you know? Like, he went on the aggressive mode before his team arrived and just paid a huge price, you know, and it costed them two heroes, Dyrachyo and the Kotal, and that is what Quest needs, you know, to come back into this game. Kills like this, if they can get a couple more, that would actually just kind of even out the game.
Yeah, especially onto a core like that, right? Who is supposed to be, I mean, to his credit, trying to make space, right, while Quinn gets his items online, but you know, feeding more kills over is just going to make Quinn meet more resistance when he is really ready to come online. And then what holds you over if this Gyro's online? What holds you over if this Darkseer, you know, gets online? When Razor has BKB, which is, you know, being kind of rushed into, I think you'd probably want to finish the Banta first, but BKB is on its way, and they might lose Ace. He's a hard kill. He's got a cloak and he's got a mechanism, but there's going to be the break to come on through. TP's out from Gaimin Gladiators as the vacuum. Oh, just go into
nice
range.
disrupt.
Disruption does save him at least from the overgrowth, and Ace healed up. He's not moving. He's not moving. He's disconnected. Okay, he's letting the rest of the team win the fight around him. He's realizing, oh, I'm alive. They had to ping him.
I think he thought he died there. That was so funny. He was like straight up giving up, you know, off the keyboard. So, you know, he was like just trying to click on your enemy heroes, telling your team, oh, who has mana, who has spells ready. And then, wait, I didn't die.
I thought we were going to see like a pause, like, oh, he's disconnected, but, you know, he didn't disconnect from the client yet. This could be a tier 1 tower, and it is. Quinn, he finishes that thing off, and I don't know what your counter initiation is. It's nothing, I think. Then how they have a wall of replica. If they had a wall in that last fight, they might have got some of it. They have a ward here. It'll be taken down now, but there's the wall of replica. No vacuum because of that disruption. Another mech does keep Tofu alive a bit longer here, but the fight, part 2, breaking out. They've already TP'd Dyrachyo mid, hiding behind the tier 1 tower here. Gaimin Gladiators still looking like they might have to take this fight, and that's because Quinn doesn't have TP for another 10 seconds. Ace has dropped the Fiend's Gate. That does allow Dyrachyo to join this fight, and that dissuades Quest from diving any further. I think they can be happy with their losses and continue farming out.
Yeah, Ace is on his way to get his pipe, you know. That's going to block a lot of the Darkseer, Iron Shell damage, Gyro, and now another initiation. Disrupt.
Yeah, just the pick off there onto Omar, really. It was being hopeful that the enemies had left so he can get some alone time with the waves. Okay, Dyrachyo, a little cute play here onto Noob, who is going to pick pull and get himself out of harm's way. Quinn is quickly closing the gap, but, I mean, will he commit here, Winter? Seems like he is going to really try, yeah. Just immediately drops the skeletons. Noob needing to get underneath the tier 2 tower. He's underneath a warrior as well. Call down. He's going to slow and dissuade Dyrachyo from finding anything further. Eats his own skeleton here to get some more HP, and he is otherwise fine. But Quinn, even before the Bloodstone, Winter is proven to be quite a menace. Once again, Gaimin Gladiators, they're pushing around. They're squeezing Quest into parts of the map where they don't want to be.
Quest needs to make sure they don't give up any more kills here and wait for their BKB timing on the Razor. And they are also building a pipe on Malik. So that's also gonna be
they just walk behind the tower and kill Naive? That's kind of unbelievable. But no, that's what the ward allows you to do, pretty much. I saw everyone leave and knew he was completely alone.
They must know there's a ward right now. I mean, the last chase when they were chasing down Noob on the Razor, when he got lightning storm, you know, behind the tree, I guess that probably should have already hinted them, you know, there might be vision behind the tower.
Well, a phenomenal ward once again. I mean, it's echoes of game 1, right? Is going to allow Dyrachyo to take off the tier 2 tower. Now, last time around, when he got Deso, his game basically hit the afterburners because he picked up immediately a bit of damage. This game, it's not so much the case, but obviously just this Deso debuff onto the buildings. This is the second tier 2 tower, already 18 minutes in. Wow.
Ever seen someone bleed out in a net? No. Let's get started.
Seems like
Rush
2 games in a row.
Rush is going to be the next on the menu for Dyrachyo.
Exactly.
I mean, 2 games in a row, he's just been running rampant on Quest. You know, they don't really have a very good answer again. You know, because they lost the early game. So when you lose an early game against a Klings with an early Deso, you're gonna lose a lot of your map. You're gonna lose control. You have to try to just you do a smoke play. You need to set up some defensive ops sentry to see the Klings, and you need to kill him or at least kick him out of your area to be able to reclaim that area.
Right.
I think they're gonna have BKB on Gyro soon, and the BKB on the Razor is also coming. So I guess once you have those 2 BKBs, you're definitely gonna have to try to reclaim some of your real estate on your map.
Smoke play by the Gladiators, who will look down bottom. There's a lot of vision set up here from Quest. who are trying to get that tier 1 tower, but I think are going to be just shy. Yeah, Quinn will reveal himself here. Malik doesn't want any of this smoke. And so far, they've been successfully able to avoid them. So a small win, but a win nonetheless here for Quest. You can see, look at the just the state of the game. The where Gaimin Gladiators have wards compared to where Quest have wards. You know, it just kind of, it's a nice little delineation which shows you how much map control that Gaimin is playing with, right? Compared to Quest, who barely have that tier 1 tower and those few camps. The advantage that Gaimin had been able to kind of pick up. But it's something, like you say, they need to set something up, and Quest needs something to play around. It's a humble start, but that's the only way you get back into a game, right? You got to start somewhere.
BKB is coming, Richie. The BKB on the gyro. TA2000 has his.
Noob will have his in one or two more last hits. But he's under a ward, he showed.
I mean, if he dies here, he's going to be really, really upset.
Ratio just doing some damage here. They have to up the wall of replica illusion on him. Good damage here. Disruption. Oh, but Omar, he's got more time there. Nice timing on that sharpshooter. But ultimately, it's just a bit of harass to force back to Ratio.
Right, double BKB done. It's time to go for Quest.
But they've committed Wall of Replica, Winter. They don't have any mana on Darkseer. I mean, he's got boots, I guess. He'll be fine.
There's a pipe to a pop. Yeah. I think they have to try and fight something and get something back.
In 20. And they are fighting into this fresh Bloodstone now on Quinn. Ducalis is going to scout them out. Didn't really like what he saw. Is going to try and maybe catch them on a different tree as TA2000 now from behind, kicking things off here. Pit of Malice is going to be set up, but look at the damage now onto Ace. They drag him back with the vacuum. Good damage onto TA2000. Still living, but giving damage ultimately to Noob is Duracho as he is taken down, but Noob, his BKB over. Quinn feels like he's unleashed in the fights now that the BKBs have expired. Good bushwhack buys Malik a little bit of time, but not nearly enough, as PSG Quest will have to take a 1-for-1 trade essentially with the double BKB reveal.
And that's not good enough, you know, with your double BKB reveal, trading 1-for-1. I mean, sure, you got the things, but once you lose your BKB charges, the Lash is going to become a huge threat in the team fights. And they need to blow heroes up, I think, faster, you know, they get a better initiation. If they don't kill and end the fights fast enough, once you lose your BKB charges, then the Lash is just going to destroy everything.
Horatio kind of just being chilling there. He's like, yep, disruption, yep, just live long enough. And, well, still a tier 2 taken. I mean, especially after the double BKB reveal, like you say, not enough. How much more can Quest really take now of this is the question. Because they don't have really any map control at all. Their supports, which had a good start, are, you know, not really enough to cut it. The damage, it's lacking. And things will only get difficult here as Gaimin begin to kind of get more into stride. This time, though, I mean, compared to last game especially, this time that they have a hero, right? This Ducalis tree with a shard who is able to get outside the base and at least give vision, give some information. That's extremely useful here. Speaking of information, they've got a ward once again still in this area by the Mighty Mines. Noob trying to fight through this with that extra 7 HP a second regen, but has now the chance to turn with the BKB active. Tofu, he gets the force staff away. He's safe and sound as Omar, his sharpshooter shot interrupted. It's going to connect onto Celery. J2000 now BKB, but trying to run for his life as the damage starts to become overwhelming here. Just as Ducalis, who is beat down by Duracho. Malik in the midst of this chasing after the kill, will not receive it here. Tantalizingly close. Celery will survive. That is a 2-for-none trade once again, just kind of off the back of this phenomenal vision that Gaimin Gladiators has had all series.
I mean, the Celery just ran in front of the Darkseer, kind of like taunting him, you know, you want to kill me? You can try, but you're not going to get me. It's running in circles in front of him, just surviving, you know, from the mech and the pipe.
Duracho, my goodness, that damage onto Noob, who does not BKB for 40 seconds, is going to just try and TP from the high ground, and he makes it out. But a stressful situation now. They are just being ran down from whichever corner that they hide themselves in, eventually Gaimin Gladiators come to flush them out.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, I guess right now for them, what remains is just to try to defend on the high ground. I think Omar is gonna get caught. Demonic Purge by Celery.
Yep.
Trying to solo kill him. Needs more stacks on the poison.
He needs a +1, I reckon. I don't know if you... I mean, or this just takes forever. A little support fight. The lightweight bout, you know, before the main card. This is the fight they send out before Tyson and Logan Paul. Oh,
he's scouting him with the career.
Now he's got him. Yeah, nice micro there, Celery. Well done. Still coming up. Yeah, Quinn's like, haste rune. Don't worry, guys. I'm coming. Don't worry, Celery. Thanks for setting up this kill. I'll solo kill him now. Yeah, there it is. Good job, Quinn.
My kill, you know, just every mid player. When you did all the hard work.
Hey, I mean, space created, right? They got a hero to rotate over. It'll give TA2000 a couple more waves to farm here. He can certainly use the farm.
Habibi, come to the eye.
I didn't know they had that voice line. It's a nice voice line. Ace has picked up a Heaven's Halberd, by the way. This kind of shows to you how old-fashioned he is. You don't really see this item a lot anymore at all.
I mean, he did like this build on his Slada as well last week. Yeah, Shroud and Heaven's Halberd. Sometimes, you know, you just can't kick the habit.
Let's crash zoom on our support camera as he gets caught, muttering something I'm sure very appropriate for broadcast. Noob he's got another item. He's got Manta. He's got another item. We're almost at the Acceptor now for TA2000, which I believe cannot be disarmed. It can only be broken, right? And obviously these days you can just BKB and get and ignore the Halberd disarm. So PSG Quest, you know, still relative safety, but only...
And the thing is, because he's so reliant on the BKB, right? The Underlord can just try to force him to use his BKB early with the Halberd.
Exactly.
And just try to kite around it. And once you lose your BKB, that's it, you know? That's just going to destroy
alive. Yeah. And, well, I mean, they're going to force the issue now. Look at the tower damage. They will already force out Glyph number 1. They'll get a second here once they fortify again, but 26 minutes into game 2 now. Gaimin pushing high ground with first Aegis. 14k net worth lead in tow. Quest losing their first tier 3 tower of the game. They've recalled everyone back. They have the Acceptor on the Gyro. They have the Manta and the BKBs for their Razor and their Gyro. And there's the back wall. They're trying to do whatever they can with the 4 steps, getting Gaimin Gladiators safely off of the high ground. And the stuns onto TA2000, who has not used BKB, now will be forced into doing so. So you have forced TA2000's BKB. You haven't forced Noobs yet, though. And the Wall of Replica awkwardly placed here, making things slightly more awkward for Gaimin. But they'll go a second time now as Malik forced on back. Bukalis from the side at least. Tossing forward, the Nature's Grasp doing what he can, but this game is falling through their grasp, Winter, as Gaimin will just simply take the barracks and walk off the high ground, looking perfectly fine.
They didn't even lose anyone. They didn't lose the Aegis or anything.
They barely lost mana.
I mean, the only thing that they used was the Kotal ult, I guess, and the Shadow Demon.
Fortify number 2. This is the last one Quest might have for the game.
They have to try to go for the Shadow Demon and the Kotal in the team fights. They need to kill them.
They've snuck 2 or 3 around.
This flank might work if they can get a good jump.
Celery, they know. Tofu as well, just throwing forward the Illuminates. They know something's up. And this positioning, it's so clean every time. They have this arrowhead in front, this dam breaker that is like Quinn and Ace and Duracho just making things impossible here. Vision set up for Quest. They're just waiting for them to overcommit just a little bit, and in they go now. Oh, but the banishment immediately. TA2000, he's not winning this fight into Quinn. Quinn is released now onto him as well into the base. He gets the kill. Now he can go back and support his backliners, where Noob has been trying to shatter them unsuccessfully, however, as he is ran over, as is PSG Quest. 2 and out for them. As Gaimin Gladiators will